Hello, what's going on, YouTube fam? This is your boy J-Mon here, and I'm bringing you guys some prototype testing regarding wind-ups ever since Nightmare Goblin ended up getting banned, because Nightmare Goblin was a really big deal in this deck in particular, simply for the fact that Nightmare Goblin would unbrick you in ways to where, oh, if I have a Magician in hand and like a Rat in hand, but I can't put them both on the board, I can discard Magician and summon Rat, etc., and get plays off that way. So not only was it an extra normal summon really good, but the discard was also really good. So what did I replace with Nightmare Goblin? Well, I got a Symphonic Warrior package. Now, I do want to find space for a second mics and all that, because drawing it isn't really all that terrible, because a lot of times if you draw that, you will end up probably drawing guitar, and best case scenario, their complete scales 1 in 7, so you can pendulum summon everything from your hand except wind up bat. You know, that's the only exception there. So it essentially accomplishes the same thing as Goblin. It does allow you to discard, but it also gives you another body on board, and the fact that its machine gives it Mike's is a machine, it gives it synergy with Summon Sorceress over here. So you don't have to necessarily depend too much on one bat, but you still need to get 2 bats in circulation at some point and all that good stuff. So I'm still like really practicing these combos, especially without Goblin. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a few replays, you know, just to see how it functions and all that good stuff. So the first one starts. I gotta go down some, because I was playing Danger Dark World earlier. Chain User, yes. Chain User was the first one where I started playing wind-ups. Alright, where's it at? Okay, here we go. Alright, so on with the testing. So, right here, what we got going on here is some Trickstars. We're going against Trickstars today. And, yeah. So it's looking like he's going to end up winning that duel, simply for the fact that he is going first and he's going to set 3 or 4. One of those two. Now, I had a good hand, but there's no way I'm playing through 4 back row. There's no way. So it's just like, you know, it's on in the next game. So I go first, and I open a pretty good combo as well. Rat into bat. See, it's nice little replacement Goblin, and it's working just as well, getting cards to the graveyard to make Rat live and all that mess. So right here we got our Magician Shark combo going off here, and we are going for the Summon Sork FTK. So as you see, I linked into Summon Sork there with bat, and I went Sork and Summon Cannon Soldier on the other side. Firewall bounced it, but I did have 2 bats in circulation, so it was a-okay. So, at that point, you know, he knew he was losing, so he just decided to scoop it up, so he didn't waste any more time. And he goes first again because he's playing Trickstars. So, yeah. He sets 3 this time. I'm going to let you know, this game, I played through 4 interruptions, and it was pretty beautiful. So, you know, you're going to see exactly what's going to happen here. So, anyway. So he goes, sets 3, Licorice Pass. So, right here comes the first interruption. We got Magician Shark, right? And so he reincarnations. Now, this is another reason why reincarnation needs to get hit, because cards like Wind Up Shark, cards like, in decks like Mermills that need to reveal for Bisius and Megalo, reincarnation is just an absolute blowout. But luckily for Wind Up Magician, the monster, the Wind Up monster doesn't have to resolve, it just has to activate. And that's exactly what I attempted to do, but he flipped over Impermanence to stop the Magician. So as you can see, if you were paying attention, I did play through quite a bit. He even cherished my Firewall. He ashes my card by Call by the Grave, so my Rescue Cat could go through, and all that goodness. So right here, I tried to go into Saryuja, but I realized that, well, I didn't have Saryuja in my extra deck, so I went, put all that stuff back, and went into Phoenix to blow out his last back row as a scapegoat. Alright, so what I'm going to show you right here. Let's see, next play. So right here, I was going to, alright, we're going to go and play it. Here's a misplay on my part. Since I already played double summon here in the graveyard, I ended up drawing into double summon off this mermaid I was going to go into off Cerberus. And so, instead of making a triple Colate Trigate by putting Underclock Taker to the right of the Trigate, I decided to link all those and Phoenix into a Boral Sword so I could play double summon and play Magician Shark and summon another wind up from the deck, but I had already activated double summon that turn, and my opponent decides to let me do that just so he can live. So, you know what, but see right here, I should have made Underclock, but I made that Boral Sword, and I tried to double summon, but forgot I already had played it. So, luckily I ended up playing through all of that, all of his hand traps, his impermanence, and all that. So he goes Lily Bill, Cerberus is my Trigate, you know, he'll kits my mermaid, you know, it's fine. He tries to hit me direct with Lily Bill. Now that I'm gonna, you know, stop with Boral Sword. And what you see right here, the reason why I don't use Magician's Effect to summon from deck is Wind Up Hunter was literally the last wind up in the deck, and I just so happened to draw into it. So, of course, Trickstars will always continue to top deck everything they need at the right time, but it pales in comparison to Boral Sword Dragon, so who cares? You know, next turn we winning. So we summon Wind Up Hunter, try to snipe the Candina so he can stop getting advantage. You know, even though I had no reason to, no need to, it was over. So there he goes. He goes ahead and packs that in. Now, there's no point in showing you this next one up here because I bricked twice in a row. What I do want to show you, however, is my match against Sky Strikers. Pure Sky Striker, because what's Sky Strikers when it comes to hand loops, right? And now, as you can see here, we open mics and wind up bat and rat once again. I think I'm going to end up just displaying a combo regarding that or something, because it seems to always happen. So I double summon for Magician, I succession for rat, rat for bat, and Magician. And as you can see right here, I'm going for the FTK, but it's almost like he sensed it coming and he ashes the Sork instead of the Magician, weirdly enough. So I decide to deviate and start going for the hand loop. Because why not? See right here, my opponent believes that, oh, because I get Mike's effect, I can't get double summon. Double summon and additional normal summons are completely different. Monster effects that just add on more summons to the limit you already have, while double summon and chain summoning increase the physical cap of how many times you can conduct a normal summon that turn. That's the difference between you know, getting additional normal summons and increasing caps. They do that. You can conduct X normal summons per turn. That's increasing a cap. So right here he flips over Sanctum. Like, who's still playing that in 2018? I don't know. But, you know, it worked for him. But, I don't know. I don't know about the artifact in 2018. It just seems so fragile. And it seems like, you know, it's so liable to get stopped by Ash or something. And so here, I end up losing this game because he rips Engage off of Engage, as you can see. And right now I'm trying to droll on resolution of his Engage, but for some reason, because of multi-roll, he has player priority after resolving Engage, can activate the quick play spell without me even responding with droll, weirdly enough. So yeah, so he gets Engage and he rips Engage off of Engage, and I'm like, okay, yeah, there's no point in even continuing this game. So this game, we're going in, we're getting disrupted a few times, we're gonna keep going. We open Magician Shark again. These are like rare times. Opening Magician Shark is actually not that common. So you really do have to find ways to get your combo going. At least access your Magician. If you can access Magician, you're probably going to have the combo. So as you can see, I get disrupted twice. We're still good. We keep going. Because that's what we do. When I start hand looping, and yeah, he sees where this is going. And yeah, I go Ibly, I get into the Cannon Soldier, I use Firewall, grab the Rat. You know, I rat for Hunter, snipe another card. And yeah, you gotta love Wind Up Hunter in their hand loops. Unicorn, spin a card just so I could try getting like a Reborn, hit his last card. But he sets a card. So you know, I'm thinking I'm going to capitalize and play this Prohibition here and call Engage. Because that's literally the only thing that can get him back in the game. He could, like, rip maybe an Afterburner off the top deck, but I don't want him getting any, like, +1s. So I called Engage. It was over. Last one, right here. I want to show you all the misplays I've made. Because I made so many misplays in this game. And all that good stuff. So I want to end up showing you exactly where I fucked up. Now here, I was trying to go for the FTK. And all the good stuff, just to try and practice combos, but somewhere I went wrong, and I know exactly where it was. As you can see, I start the hand loop pretty early, just to clear space for wind up bats and all that stuff. So right here is where I mess up, because what you're seeing right now is I summoned the new magician right here, right next to the Cerberus. Because I had no more space, I locked all my spaces out except this one. And it really screwed me over, because had I have, let's say, summoned the rat next to in that spot and the magician over another zone, I wouldn't have to use it to summon Firewall to, you know, use like another rat effect or a bat effect just to summon my second bat. That was the whole plan, to use Firewall to get into a second wind-up bat off of the magician I already had revived with the reset effect. But because I put that there, and the only spot where I could summon Firewall, it really screwed me over. So goes to show just how important zone placement really is. So it sucks. So I decided to deviate away from that and try to go for the hand loop. And so I go Firewall bounce 3. I tried to bounce. I was thinking about bouncing Firewall back and going back into it, but I realized I probably didn't have enough resources. But then I saw that, hey, Cerberus and Phoenix are link 2s and Karibo's pointing down, so I could have already had a co-link and everything, but whatever, you don't think about these things, right? So yeah, it could have been a full hand loop there, but yeah, we're still learning, guys. But I'm still messing up this hand, you know, I messed up the FTK, then I messed up the hand loop. You know, he right Gekis me. This guy is clearly cheating by every time I pick a card, when I roll a random dice, he's like shuffling his hand and all that stuff even after I pick, which is just, look at this, look at this, look at this is ridiculous. What, 4? Watch, look at that, he's still shuffling his hand even after I landed a 4. This guy, he just doesn't want to lose that badly to wind up. So I'm like, bro, calm your tits, you're playing Blue Eyes. But you know what? It's whatevs. So I go into Suja to try and get into a reborn card so I can hit another card of his hand, but I draw into duplicates, surprisingly. But I do keep the machine dupe because I do have one wind-up bat in the graveyard for when I'm ready to reborn. I can actually activate machine dupe and get 2 more and essentially win that duel. So right here, look at that. Plan paid off. Rip the reborn. Got 2 more bats. Grab the magician. Normal summon the magician. And bat for a rat. And magician for a kitten. To try and bounce his Blue Eyes. Make a Boral Sword and go for game. It was over. It was over. So, let me know what you guys think about this. There's still more testing that needs to be done with this deck and all the good stuff, and I'll be sure to let you guys know the updates and all that goodness. So, thank you guys very much for watching. This is J Money, and I am signing out.